Hello and welcome back to Colonial Kerbals. The last episode, I remember I was out, I believe I just landed at Mun. And I actually wanted to, you'll notice I got rid of the Astronomer's Pack for right now. I'm having some other issues, not just with Astronomer's Pack, but with my entire computer not apparently liking it very well. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference. At least now I can kind of see where I'm going. But I'm actually going to aim for a different location because I wanted to show you I wasn't too far off. Okay. Let's see here. That way's north. And I want to go south and west. So I want to go that way. So we'll retract this for right now. Turn on our computer. Now what I'm kind of looking for is what I was looking for before. There it is. See that little dot right there? That's where we, that's where we want to go. And now you can see I also downloaded the navigation HUD. And I'm just trying to get myself over that way. Myself up above the horizon a little bit. Okay, flip around. And try to get ourselves over that way a little bit. Oops, we're still not close enough. Okay, here we are. Ooh, we're not quite close enough yet. And there we go. Now we can chase the retrograde marker. Okay, there we go. Now, for anyone that knows, so let me turn that off. This is where the Armstrong Monument is. You can see I wasn't too far. I was up over in that crater up over that way. So I was a little southwest of it. Of course, I'm not quite close enough yet, but on there it does show a plaque. And just for fun, I'll kick this out. That way it's kind of pointing in the right direction. I really wish this would stay up higher, like where I have it, instead of it dropping down. But that's another gripe. But anyways, that's not the only thing I wanted to do today. Although that was kind of fun to watch, I think. That puts us in line with that anyhow. What I want to do today is we're going to start a manned mission. And Jebediah is not going there. No. We have our... Where is it? The KSA Tripod Mun Lander 1. And we are going to send Barkin. I do believe that is the right ship. Go ahead and load it. Now, if you watch Fifth Horseman's channel, you'll notice that this ship is kind of a play on the tripod doohickey that I sent in. Except this one is asparagus staged, except this is the one that I screwed up. So, we have to go back and fix something. Actually, this is the one I didn't even put it in. That explains a lot. I do have lots of test parts that I have to play with. It's not going to be pretty, but it's there. Okay. We'll save that. And we'll replace Barkin back into his seat. And we will launch this craft. Now this is asparagus staged, mostly for fun. Although I need to bring that down to there. I probably should do that inside the launch, or inside the VAB. Okay, there's that. Save it again, just because I keep forgetting. Barkin's in his seat. That time it actually saved. That's kind of a unique thing. But today, we are going to send a Kerbal to Mun. So, in 3, 2, 1, go. And this thing lifts off from here now a little slower because it's got extra components, but it should do just fine. And you'll notice that this center engine right now is not firing. That's actually by design. And we need to get some data from around Kerbin, so we'll save a we will save a crew report and send that back, because I'm sure I'll get a crew report at some point. There are batteries on this, I think. Yep, they're right there. So we have 501 electric charge, which is perfectly fine. I know most people are saying, well, wait a minute, if this is asparagus stage, why isn't the center engine running? I mostly did that just because it's a little easier to break our thrust-to-weight ratio once it goes. So when these two engines drop off, this one picks up some of the slack and we don't have the drop-off that you'd have otherwise. Plus then you have 3 vectoring engines all pushing. Oops. Okay, well, that was fun. Always nice to have a little explosion before it gets into space. But I'm going to cut here, and I'll meet up with you guys once we are in orbit. Alright, and we are back, as you can see, perfectly in orbit. Not the greatest orbit, about 10 kilometers difference, but what are you going to do? I could probably get it a little bit better, but I figure it's close enough for what it's for. So we'll go ahead and set that as our target. And actually, I bet if we burned here, we could get an encounter. Oops, too far. 40, 37, 31. Oh, too far. We don't want to be quite that low. We don't want to be that high. We want to be right about there. 22, 54. So we need a 27-second burn, which is actually kind of nice because we're coming right up onto it. Go ahead and set. That's just the material study. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. Put 30 seconds on the clock. We got 1 minute before our burn. Go ahead and delete that. Go ahead and do this burn. Now this ship should have more than enough to get to Mun and back, leaving no debris really in orbit. I better pull that up so I can see what I'm doing. And it's got enough life support for at least a couple days. Let's go ahead and slow ourselves way down. So we can maximize this burn. And we will cut it right about there. We'll call that good. That's 21 kilometers off the surface. And there's our target right there. We're at 6 degrees off. But that's alright because actually I want to be in a slightly inclined orbit for where I want to land. And no, it's not in the same spot as that probe. So, with that, we can go ahead and get that down to 1 second. Just kill our warp. And we'll go ahead and time warp up. Oh, crew report. Go ahead and send that. And grab the EVA report. Keep that and jump back in. And our upload is complete. And that completed a contract. How nice is that? The decoupler, we're not going to worry about testing that. We're not going to worry about min-miss. We're not going to worry about this decoupler or that. So really the only one left that we have is we have to get science from around Mun and plant a flag on Mun. And we'll probably get interrupted again with science alert. Any crew reports or anything like that, I'm going to go ahead and send. We have a 3-hour limit on charge. We have a 32-day supply of food. This craft is more than enough to get back. I prefer to do a little overkill on food budgeting. Mostly so that way I know I don't have the Kerbals starve to death. Now my only concern is how much waste they can hold, but apparently as long as they have food and oxygen, this doesn't matter, as this will vent out of the ship. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get this ship into orbit around Mun. And in the next episode, of course, we'll be landing. I just have to pick the right spot. I kind of have an idea, I just need to figure out where it is in relation to where I've already landed. Delete that on close. Go ahead and focus view. Ooh, that actually might be, that's actually perfect. I know a lot of people are saying that's not an equatorial orbit. I don't want it to be an equatorial orbit. I actually want an incline. I want an inclined orbit, mostly for where I will be landing. And I think I'll have to do a little more research, but I believe I'm almost right on the money of where it needs to be. However, I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not actually going to do the landing today. I'm going to get this craft into orbit. Orbit, orbit, orbit. Oh, we have a crew report. We can transmit that. We have a EVA report. Let's go ahead and grab that. Our EVA and everything is in. I do have solar panels on this. This craft really is not very flexible. Once the fuel is out of the bottom stage, it becomes a little unwieldy. I have a 7-second burn. So let's go ahead and give myself 12. A 12-second burn, or 12-second window. That will give me enough of a window that I can theoretically get, if I have to reorient the craft, I can do so and get myself perfectly aligned. But as you can see, My fuel on this lower stage is almost gone. I can't right-click on it, of course. We'll bounce the camera around, make everybody seasick. Yeah, I was playing with that Astronomer's Pack, kind of liked it, but my video card I found out was its Achilles heel on that, as it couldn't render everything. I did try to remove stuff out of it, out of the Clouds and Visualization Pack, but it didn't take very well. So, report we can send back. EVA reports, we're going to keep those. So let's put our solar panel this way. Normally I like doing up is up and down is down, but in this instance I need the solar panel to hit with the sun. Let me see. Crew report? Oh, EVA report. Hatch is obstructed. No, it's not. How's it obstructed? That's not good. Okay. Take report. Go ahead and get ourselves ready for our landing. And yes, I'm not taking the material study. There we go. A 19 by 16 periapsis. Still not pretty, but for who it's for, it will work. And with that, guys, I'm going to call this an episode. So if you liked it, please like, favorite, and subscribe. Leave comments if you wish. And until next time, have fun.